There was a moment in my marriage when I almost lost everything. And it wasn't because of anything I said. It was actually what I didn't say, what I was too afraid to say. Fear of rejection, it's sneaky. It doesn't just come and kick down the door. It says to you, don't say that. They might leave you. As a matter of fact, it says, don't be honest because they won't love the real you. And if you're not careful, fear of rejection, it'll rot your relationship from the inside out when you're smiling for the pictures and saying everything's okay. We're fine. Today, we're going to talk about the fear of rejection in your relationship and how it will ruin your relationship. It almost ruined mine, how fear shows up in your relationship and how to break free from it. I've been married 29 years, and I can tell you, it wasn't passion or compatibility that kept us together at first. It was truth. It was choosing to be real even when it hurt. But in the early years, man, I was scared to death she'd find out who I really was. So I wore a mask. I showed up. I was cool, I was confident, I was strong, and it worked for a while. But here's one thing about rejection. You start fearing it so much that you reject yourself first. You silence your own truth. You don't ask your heart if it's the right thing, and you don't have the hard conversations. And suddenly you find yourself in a relationship with a person that only knows the edited version of you. It's crazy. And we do this to ourselves. And if it's hitting home, you're kind of lucky because most people don't even know that they let fear control their relationships so much and so long until it's too late. Let me take you back. There was a time where things got so tight financially, emotionally, and spiritually. I was trying to build something, but it wasn't working. I was failing, and I felt like I was losing, like I wasn't gonna make it. And I wouldn't talk about it. I didn't say a word to her. She'd ask, are you okay? And I'd say, yeah, good, fine. But deep down inside, I was struggling so hard. I was drowning. I thought if she saw how weak I really feel, what a wimp I really was, that I'd lose her and that she'd lose respect for me and even regret marrying me. And that's the fear talking. And it kept me locked up for a long time. But here's the crazy thing. When I finally broke down, hurt so bad, and I told her the truth, I showed her my fear and how frustrated I was. She didn't reject me. She wrapped her arms around me and said, I've been waiting for the real you to show up. And that moment changed everything. I started to realize that fear of protecting myself wasn't helping me. It wasn't protecting anything. It was actually robbing me. This next part is what fear of rejection looks like in a relationship. You might not think this is you or for you, but watch out for these signs. If you downplay your needs so your partner won't get upset, this could be for you. You avoid the tough conversations so you don't rock the boat. I'm good at that. And you constantly wonder, I'm too much, it's too much, or I'm not enough. Ever have those thoughts? And lastly, you try to be who you're not so they love you more. You try to be who you think they want you to be. They'll love you more if you are who they want you to be, not the authentic you. I'm here to tell you, that's not love, that's fear. And fear and intimacy, they don't go together. They won't ever live in the same space. And this is why you have to face it. You have to hit it head on. I've worked with a lot of people one-on-one who tell me the same thing in different words. They say I can't be myself in my relationship. And you know what I tell them? I tell them, you're not in a real relationship. You're actually living in a performance. Stop performing. Get real. Real love and real connection, they can only show up when you show up with no mask. And yeah, I'm not telling you it's easy. It's not, but I'm telling you it's worth it. It's very scary, but it's so freeing. If you're constantly walking around on eggshells, you're not in love. You're living in fear. And fear of rejection, it will always keep you from receiving the love you were meant to have. It keeps you from getting the love you were created to have. You can't give love if you're living in fear, so you can't receive love. Here's what helped me break free. It helped me, and I walk people through this in my one-on-one calls. I started telling the truth. Honesty is the best policy. It's the only way to live. I have no secrets. Even if my voice was shaking. I was telling the truth at first. I had to. And I had to remind myself, if they didn't love the real me, then they were never meant for me. And I leaned into God's truth more than my own fear. I talk more about what God's truth is and how your mind is a liar. And if you follow your heart, that's more like God's truth in other videos. Check them out. You won't regret them. But back to this. I had to unlearn that lie that I told myself, that rejection didn't mean I wasn't good enough. And I had to learn this instead. And that's that my value never changes no matter what other people think of me. And more importantly, it doesn't change those values no matter who accepts me. If this spoke to you, and if you're realizing that you're shrinking in your relationship due to fear, you don't have to stay there. I've been there. I know how to get out of there. And if you want to talk, if you want to go deep, I'm offering one-on-one calls. They're absolutely free. The link's in the description below. Let's talk. I can help you break free from the fear that's been holding you back, because fear of rejection, it's not just about your relationship. It's about your identity, and it's time you take it back. Remember, give me a like and subscribe to this channel if you already haven't, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.